welcome to Tree of Woe, a channel dedicated to pro wrestling, the funs and the thrills of it. Just starting up, my name is James, and I'll be working with my friend Lee McShane, who I'll pass you over in 2 minutes to talk to you about the upcoming video, the predictions video for Extreme Rules. We're looking to expand this channel, hopefully do some boxing, do some UFC coverage, just random sports, see what pops up. Working together with Lee a bit more, hopefully in the future. Obviously at the moment we can't work together due to what's happening with the virus, but one day soon. So I will now pass you over to Lee, who will explain all about the upcoming video. Thank you, guys.
Alright everyone, how's everybody doing? I'm Lee, as James kindly mentioned just before, and we are Tree of Woe. And like James says, this is a pro wrestling channel. It's going to do boxing, MMA, and that kind of stuff later on. Now this is our first video, Extreme Rules 2020, or the horror show at Extreme Rules, whichever one you want to call it. Anyway, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches so far. Could change leading up to the event, and if that happens, then I will probably leave a comment on the video. But anyway, let's get into my predictions. Drew versus Dolph for the WWE Championship. Now, obviously, I think Drew's going to retain, personally. He's had a good run. I mean, the WrestleMania moment, fantastic. Drew deserves his big crowd, like, you know, yeah, kind of reaction, and don't know if we're going to get that anytime soon. Obviously covered and everything, but yeah, Drew's done super, and I think he might lose it at SummerSlam, depending on who his big opponent is, in like how hype they make it. Anyway, that's a SummerSlam prediction. Anyway, Asuka versus Sasha for the Raw Women's Championship. Now, my theory is Sasha and Bayley just got back together last month. Now, this might seem crazy, or this might seem smart, depending on how much you like WWE. But I think they are just crazy enough to put all the gold, all the women's belts, apart from NXT, obviously, on Sasha and Bayley. So I'm going to have Sasha to beat Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship. So Bayley's the SmackDown champion, Sasha's the Raw champion, and them combined are the Women's Tag Champions. It's crazy, but it's just that WWE are crazy enough to do it. Anyway, Bayley versus Nikki for the SmackDown Championship. Like I said before, Bayley's going to retain, and they're going to have all the gold. Anyway, hey, if it happens, it happens. And if it happens, you heard it here first, because that's just crazy enough as what WWE will do. Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt in a swamp match. Now, remember when Braun debuted and he was a member of Bray's faction, the Wyatt family? Now, I think in a sensible universe, Bray would be, you know, in his element and he'd win. Or Braun, the big person, wins. But look outside of that. Try to get WWE logic in here. It's a swamp match. This is going to be another cinematic match. And there's going to be some crazy spots. And I think Bray is going to get the better of Braun. But at the last second, Braun reaches up and, I don't know, swamp. What do you have in a swamp? Choke slams him in mud. Off a pier into crocodiles. I don't know. All I know is there's going to be a big ending and Braun is going to beat Bray. Next match, Rey Mysterio versus Seth Rollins. Now, this is going to be cinematic as hell. because it's an eye versus eye match where the winner has to, do a saw-to, has to remove the eyeball from his opponent. Now, obviously, they can't do that. It's going to be a cinematic match, I'd say. Well, I say cinematic. It's going to be in-ring, and just trying to figure out what they could do. Because if they're in the performance center, unless they've already done the eye, haven't they? Or they could have, I don't know, AOP interfere, which I think is going to happen. AOP and Murphy are going to interfere, so is Dominic. Dominic's going to be hitting them, but then, a cheap shot from Seth Rollins maybe puts Dominic down. AOP and Murphy drag him out. And then maybe if they want to go all heelish, AOP, Murphy was restraining him, and then Seth could ominously walk towards him with a knife or something. Not a knife. An object, and close up, and well, not close up, but it cuts away. And when it cuts away, you could have a blood pack and all kinds of go. But this is WWE. Well, I'm thinking of horror movie. I've seen too many. Anyway, I've got Seth to beat Rey Mysterio in whatever ways he wants to become John Kramer. And last but probably not least, because knowing WWE, there'll be about 5 other matches announced on Sunday. Apollo Crews versus MVP for the US belt. The nice, shiny belt. Now, I think MVP is going to win for nostalgia purposes only. I mean, the belt's fantastic. MVP was... How many times did he win the US champion? Was he a 2-time US champion MVP? This is where I'll get I'm trying to think back to 10 years ago, people. Come on, I was 13, 14, 10 years ago. But yeah, I've got MVP to win the belt purely for nostalgia purposes. And will he do bowling? Who knows? Anyway, that's my predictions. I'm going to hand you over now to James for his predictions. So, subscribe to Trio War. And please make sure to comment your predictions down below. Give it a like. Give it a share. Support us.
Hello everybody, this is the Tree of Woe show. My name is James, and along with my friend Lee, we'll be doing some predictions for the up-and-coming Extreme Rules show, or the horror show at Extreme Rules. I don't know if there's any horror in there. But anyway, just a little bit about us. Me and Lee, been friends for a long time. We thought it would be a good time to start up a channel. It is Tree of Woe. And we'll be starting mainly wrestling topics, things like that. Possibly expanding, doing some UFC stuff, some boxing stuff down the line, but we'll see how it goes. I'm recording this in advance, going to send it to Lee and he'll put it on the channel. I'm sure he'll have lots to say over there as well. He'll have an update video about the channel, what's going on, things like that. So I'm just here to give some predictions for Extreme Rules. And I think it could be a good show, to be honest. Some good matches on there. One of the matches I thought was actually going to happen was Big Show versus Randy Orton, which is going to take place on Raw next week, which, for reasons. So I'll be skipping that one. Just wrote down my notes, as I thought it was actually on the show. So, the first one, we're going to start off with Strowman and Wyatt for the Universal Championship in a swamp match, or a Wyatt swamp match, which again could be an interesting match. We'll see how it goes. My pick is Strowman to retain, and I think we're going to get possibly versus Wyatt as the Fiend at SummerSlam, where he'll win the belt there. Next match is going... the notes written down. Next match is going to be the Eye for an Eye match, which not very peachy, is it? Rollins versus Ray, and I think Rollins is going to win this one, with possibly Dominic interfering, turning on Ray, gouging his eye out. Possibly. Seems to be where the story's heading. So I think Rollins will win with the assist from Dominic. And the next match is for the World Championship. It's Drew versus Dolph. I still don't know the stipulation, but I think it's possibly going to be something like a one-arm tied behind his back match for Drew, where they'll think he'll have the advantage, and then they'll turn around against him. I still think Drew's going to win, setting up possibly an Orton feud at SummerSlam, maybe for the title. We'll see where it goes. But yeah, I don't think Dolph's winning the belt this time round. Then we've got an intriguing match, which is the bar fight between Sheamus and Jeff Hardy, which I think I'm not a big fan of this storyline, to be honest. I think it could be a good match. The match they had at the last pay-per-view was good. They are good workers together, but I don't know what's going on in this bar match. I'm hoping for a swanton off the bar, but we'll see. See what happens. We've got Hardy winning, I think. Just to end the feud, hopefully, and have Hardy move on to something else down the line. Got the US Championship match next, Apollo versus MVP. And I think it's a tough one, but I think MVP's going to win, setting up probably a dissension between him and Lashley down the line. Again, possibly SummerSlam, possibly later on, we'll see what happens. I think they're going to be having a match for the US title down the line, so I think MVP wins, yeah, against Apollo. The Raw Women's match for the world title, the Raw World title, excuse me, the Women's match for the Raw World Championship, Asuka and Banks, I think could be match of the night. I think it's got a good chance of being a really good match. It would have been good if that was a stipulation to like a submission match or something, would have made it really good. But I think both are going to do really well. I think it'll be match of the night. I think Asuka's going to win here. I'm not sure where she goes from there, possibly against Baszler. Maybe, but we'll see. I think I've got Asuka winning. And I have also got Bayley winning against Nikki Cross as well. Which again, could be a good match. I think the Banks and Asuka match will be slightly better of the two of them, but they could both be really good matches. And there we have it. Those are my predictions for the show. We'll have more videos coming along soon, and hopefully one time me and Lee can get to work together and put some more content up. But for now, we're just going to have to do it remotely till obviously the world stops ending. But thank you very much, and subscribe, pass it on, and hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.